This week's Tap Room Tramps, guest tramp Raul Kohli. We talk all things Edinburgh Festival, playwrights, martial arts against kids with learning difficulties. That's it. So listen on all your favourite podcast channel or whatever, or watch and subscribe on YouTube, please. Thank you.
Enjoy yourself. It's later than you
Tap
think.
Room Tramps, yes. Guest tramp Raul Kohli.
Hello, mate. How are
Yes,
you?
yeah. Everybody gets called a guest tramp. So yeah.
More than happy. I'll take that.
Raul Kohli from. So I always do a brief description. A comedian, turns out playwright now.
I wrote, one. Well, I'm writing one play. It's not even written
You're
yet.
still a playwright. You're still writing a play.
Well, yeah, that's it, innit? That's the only reason I did it was so I could call myself a playwright.
Well, that's fucking great though. But that's a play I've just found out before we started this that you're going to Edinburgh with,
You're correct. I'm not doing a solo show this year. I'm taking a play up.
and you've not finished writing it.
No, I've got a month left. I've not finished writing it. But the thing is like with solo shows, there's this sort of pressure, this idea at Edinburgh, like you got to write a whole new hour by next year. But with stuff like Shit-Faced Shakespeare and plays, you can take them back.
Right. Oh,
So it's
really?
actually in the
Yeah.
long run less work and gives us something to sort of zone in on.
Ah, right.
So it's a work in progress play this year.
It's
I'm
a
a
work
work
in
in progress playwright.
Is that? You can't. That can't be such a thing. You can't do that.
Well,
can
why
you?
not? Like, if you can do it in comedy, why can't you do it
no.
in plays?
I can't imagine that. Oh no! I mean, like, all right. So John Godber, he used to use the whole truck theatre to work his plays through when he wrote them. But I can't imagine. I can't imagine that you get halfway through and they go, "That's as far as we've got." That's as far as we got. So if you come back next year, you can't be doing that, surely.
No, I don't think it's going to be that. Like, I know how it ends. That's the crucial thing.
Well, that's it.
It's
So
like,
you know how it starts.
I know how it starts.
You know what the middle is.
I know what the middle is. I know how it ends. I know what the theme is. I've got enough information to go back and forth on it, and I just know how it ends, and that's the crucial thing.
And the
so if
theme,
it gets to 40 minutes and it ends,
The theme
fine.
is. Oh, it gets to 40 minutes. So
But it might get to 50. I don't know. I'm
Right.
going to finish writing it.
Well, we all
but
know
next year it can be 60. Next year it can be more.
I'm not
fine.
sure how theatre works in Edinburgh, but we all know in Edinburgh the 40-minute mark is important. That's the where there's going to be a lull, and that's where that point if you're a comedian, you have to talk about your dead parent.
Well, that'll work for my main characters.
Right, well,
won't
there
it?
you go. Yeah, exactly. So, what is it? What is the theme? What is the
It's Jesus versus Buddha.
Jesus versus Buddha?
So Jesus comes down to earth like he has before, as does Buddha.
Yeah.
And they sit in a pub and have a pint and have a bit of a just catch up about everything going on in the universe.
Right.
So God's personified, and they also have a bit of an argument about who's got the better religion and who's the better deity. And it's a bit of a allegory for East meets West. Do you know what I
Right,
mean?
okay.
Like the West kind of got to save and you've got to do things, and then the East are a bit more just let it be, It's just spiritual improv. Just let it go.
Spiritual improv.
Exactly.
Or not taking responsibility.
Well, that'll be in the play. Do you know what I mean? You just
it?
letting that Jesus this is why my lot conquered your lot, and then it gets real tasty.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. So who's the older out of the two of them? Is Jesus older than Buddha?
Buddha's older than
Buddha's
Jesus.
older
Buddha
than
was
Jesus.
born. Yeah, I had to fact check that before I wrote the play. Before I started writing the play a few days.
He's not the oldest god though, is he, Buddha? I think.
No, Krishna. That's my lot.
Krishna,
my,
is that
my
your lot?
guys.
Is Krishna not in it?
Krishna's not in it. No, because you don't want to overcomplicate things. I always try to overcomplicate things, but what was I going to do? Have a 5-panel... Did you ever see that
Oh,
debate?
do you know what would be brilliant? But the costume. What's the one with all the arms?
Oh, that's technically Shakti. That's Shiva's wife.
Shira's wife. Yeah.
Shira's wife.
Shira's
He's
wife.
the god in my religion as a Geordie, but it's not Shira's wife.
Shira's wife. Right, so it could be working behind the bar. Imagine that.
That's quite funny, actually.
Yeah.
I might put that in there.
Yeah.
You know what it's like? I don't know, comedy's so easy in the sense that it's not easy, but it's one man and one microphone.
Yeah.
And that's as long as you got a way of getting the gig,
Yeah.
and you can get a Tesco meal deal, you're all right.
Yeah.
Here, I've got to pay 2 actors, a sound tech.
Yeah.
I've got to think about all these different things. So I could get a backdrop, but how many more costs am I willing to add to this play I've not finished writing yet?
I'm with you. Yeah.
Maybe next year. Next year we'll have the Shakti backdrop.
You don't have to have a pub set. I mean, what's the pub called?
Well, that's a good question. I've not thought about that.
Oh, right. So we got to come up with something slightly spiritual.
It's a cosmic pub. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. What would it be called? That's a good idea. That's
The God's Head or something like that.
the God's head.
The God's Head, yeah.
The God's ram.
The God's Ram.
The Ram of God.
But the Ram's a bit too satanic.
Yeah, but the ram is also the Ram of God. Is that the one with the golden flick? No, that's the golden. That's the fucking Jesus Christ. That's Egyptian. Is it Egyptian? No, Greek. fucking hell, the Golden Fleece I'm thinking of, Jason and the Argonauts. Not that. He's
I
not
thought
in
that was biblical.
No, but there is a ram, isn't there? The ram of God. Anyway, I don't know.
Somewhere in the Bible there is a ram. I know that
Yeah.
much. Like,
See,
The
Holy
Holy
Karma.
Grail. Holy Grail, that's good.
The Holy Grail.
The Holy Grail
Yeah, but it's
is,
been done.
Is it?
you'd serve the pints
Oh,
in Holy Grails.
yeah,
Everyone's
yeah,
got
yeah.
a Holy
Python.
Grail. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
One of them fell to
Yeah,
earth.
yeah.
That's the kind of vibe.
Yeah,
Because there's a lot of that sort. They're personified to like at one point, like
the sin and karma.
the sin and karma. That's a good idea. There's loads of different
Well, yeah,
ones.
because Christianity is all about sin.
Oh yeah.
And Buddha is about what'll be sin and karma.
The sin and karma. But that would be a nightclub, wouldn't it?
No, it goes into a nightclub after midnight.
After midnight.
It's one of them pubs.
They've got to turn on it like 10 till midnight. Then
it's
at
one of them-
midnight
it's
to
one-
do a
it's one of them
nightclub.
pubs where Buddha and Jesus will be
Who
talking.
would be the divine
then
DJ?
about 11:30 at night. They're going, a lot of young kids coming in here, aren't they? Yeah.
None of these young gods coming in
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
do you know? Is that the fella from the Latter-day Saints? What's him and all his pals doing in here?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you've got Satan's Hollow in Manchester, and then you've got Heaven is a gay club in
Yeah.
Wolverhampton.
Yeah.
So
So what are you saying?
they're already there.
Yeah, I know, but I mean they're in a pub, aren't they? So they wouldn't just meet in a random pub, would they?
That'd be nuts if like Jesus and Buddha met in a gay club. But then you two, I don't know if you realise, but your producer is Buddha.
Yeah, I
in
know
the
you're
play.
playing. Yeah, I believe you're playing Buddha. Yeah.
It'd be nuts if like they met in a gay club, but then like I'd have to make sure they danced all the entire play. That would sort of take. The reason it's in a pub is you could sit down and like so the two actors just
So
don't have
all
a
right,
job.
so there's it's heavily disputed whether homosexuality is mentioned in the Bible or not.
It's shit.
It's all about this that you shouldn't lie with another man or whatever. But then they said things like you shouldn't wear fucking tweed or not tweed or you shouldn't be. There's all sorts of fucking mad shit.
Well, it's mentioned in the Old Testament, but I kind of interpreted the Bible. I read it when I was very young. Because
Right.
I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. I was
Yeah.
like, this is sold more than Harry Potter. No way. So I like just went and picked it up and read it cover to cover.
There is a ladybird version, isn't there, of the Bible? I think, for kids.
Is there
Short-
actually?
short- I think there is. Yeah,
That's
I
got to
think
be
there is.
nuts because the Old Testament's horrific.
So what about in Buddhism? I mean, is homosexuality mentioned in Buddhism?
Not really, but like Buddhism's about like mastering the senses anyway. So like both of the religions kind of point to the fact that you should kind of avoid sex, or it's just like
Yeah.
a thing humans do. But there's kind of like the theory of like what religion or what the idea of God, like the idea of being human is somewhere to be between a god and an animal, innit? Like
Right.
you've got conscious, you can build a Parthenon, but also sometimes you're just like, oh, I need a shit. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I want to fuck. Like,
So this reminds me already of the two of them meeting in a pub. One of my local pubs where I drink in, once a month they have a philosophy club that meet. Right. And it's quite clear what it is it's always the same people. It's 6 middle-aged women and a middle-aged man, and I'm thinking you're only there, mate, because you're hoping one of these women might be weak at some point. I think that he's got that predatory vibe.
like those blokes who go on them feminist marches,
Yeah.
and you're like, I'm
But
not really sure you're here for the right
it's absolutely
reasons.
true. They have these. They meet in the corner of the pub and they chat about whatever book they've read lately. Or it's all philosophical debate. They complained about the chess club being too noisy one night. It's in the same pub. Seriously, it was like this is fucking insane. The
Them
chess
rowdy
club.
chess players.
Oh yeah, you know what they like. Fucking once they start, you can't stop them. The worst than rugby players. So I'm thinking Jesus and Buddha would be in a quiet corner of the pub.
I think they're like dead center, but they like operate with so much grace that like they're having the
Yeah.
loudest, but nobody sort of notices them, and everyone notices them.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? There's a sort of contradiction of being a divine entity.
Yeah, but also as well, it would be annoying. I don't know what's in your play, but I'd find this annoying drinking with Buddha because you said, "Should I go to the bar?" And he'd probably say, "No, if we're meant to have a drink will appear." And you go, "Oh, you can fuck off with that shit."
Yeah, there is a lot of that actually.
Yeah,
There is a lot of that, and
yeah.
Jesus gets quite neurotic and annoyed about it. Yeah, for
because
sure.
that would fucking wind me up. Yeah.
But Buddha did stuff, you know. Like,
did do
you know, So
stuff.
that he was a bit like Moses.
Yeah.
Where he was the heir to the throne of like a massive kingdom. And then he just went like, oh, I think the material world's a trick, sort of. And then he just kind of went off and like sort of did like what we did. He just went around kingdoms and towns and like entertained the people,
Yeah.
give them some wisdom and then give them a place to stay.
Rub my belly.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
good
basically
luck.
was a
Yeah,
walking free fringe act. Like he
Yeah,
just had
yeah.
a bucket,
Yeah.
and he just went round and was like, the belly thing's actually a Western mistranslation.
Is it?
So that's a Chinese fella called Budai.
Oh right.
Because that always confused
The
me.
laughing Buddha.
Yeah. He was
yeah.
actually a Chinese monk from the 10th century called Buddha.
Right.
And Buddha was born in Nepal. He probably looked more like me than he did Chinese.
Yes.
But he wasn't fatty like pure fasted and all that.
No.
Do you know, he was like eating like he routinely like not eat. So he was skinny bloke.
Yeah, he was ripped.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and they always get misrepresented in time, don't they? Like thousands of years. So you got Buddha. Obviously, like Jesus probably looks more like me than he does in traditional.
Seen the traditional Buddha. They got like a beaded hats or something. Is that the right?
A beaded hat.
Beaded. It's made out of beads, sort of. It looks like it's made out of beads.
Maybe I don't know. Like he could have worn a hat, he could have not. You know, he might want a snapback for all I know.
Well, yeah,
like a trilby. Nah, he wouldn't wear a trilby.
A bum bag.
A bum bag, yeah.
Yeah,
you know
so
I mean?
that's the one I'm talking about. That's the traditional. That's
I thought that was just his head. You know.
No,
I thought he just had. I thought he was just like a unicorn.
Yeah, that's the proper one, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's close to the proper one then, because that other guy, that one there, the fat one, he's a different man. That like when Westerners went to China, they confused two different like monks. One from the 10th century called Buddha, and Siddhartha Gautama from Nepal.
But he looks like he'd be good for a night out with, though.
The fat guy.
The fat
he's
one.
always laughing and he's fat. If you rub his belly, you get good luck. Yeah, totally.
I'm going on the fruit machine.
Yeah, I actually
rub
think
your belly.
I actually think because like all of the gods were misrepresented over time. I think that's why Muhammad was like no pictures. Like, you're gonna make me a fat white guy. I'm not having that.
Yeah. They're a bit creepy. The baby ones.
Oh, the baby ones are creepy.
Yeah,
Oh, that looks like an ill baby.
Yeah,
It looks like a Chernobyl baby. Should I say that? How dark come on going? Yeah.
Chernobyl baby.
We'll edit that out.
No, you don't have to edit it out. Keep it in.
Right,
oh my
okay.
God, Raul, what are you saying about Chernobyl babies? It's disgusting.
I didn't think Tap Room Tramps is where I get cancelled. 12 years in the game. I should last this long.
I just like to distance Tap Room Tramps from any comments made by Raul Kohli.
It's because the head is wider than the body. That's why it's giving us the creep.
Right, okay, yeah, probably, a disproportionate head size.
Yeah, like it's a fat baby, but its head is even fatter.
He looks like he'd be a good night on the piss, a fat one, whereas the proper one looks be hard work. Because I've heard that, is it in Buddhism as well, where people will self-mummify. They'll stop eating, they'll dry themselves out purposely by eating salt and so on when they're in the process of dying. And then they die, and then they more or less turn themselves into mummies just before they die.
See, like I'm writing this play. I'm not actually an expert on Buddhism. No, like all I will say is,
what do you mean?
Like the thing about the Eastern religions is they're really complicated in the sense like the Western religions is one sort of like fixed authority.
Can you just type in self-mummification?
Yeah, like it's the Quran, it's the Bible. Whereas like in Hinduism and Buddhism, there's just infinite amounts of teachings and books.
Historically known as I won't try and pronounce that because I've had. Phase 1, eliminating body fat. For 1,000 days, monks engage in intense physical training while adhering to a strict diet of nuts, seeds and fruits to eliminate all body fat. Phase 2 is dehydration for 1,000 days. The diet is reduced to tree bark and roots to further... and then phase 3... Oh, you can't on the screen again, man. Come on. Phase 3. Monks drank a toxic tea brewed from the sap of the lacquer tree. This induced vomiting, expelled bodily fluids and created a toxic... Phase 4, the final stage, a monk was sealed alive in a small... Oh, my God, right.
Do you know what's kind of crazy is they kind of like do what UFC fighters do before a fight, but before death. Like, who are they going to... So they like enter in a cage when they die.
They
like,
do
come
what
on, let's
actors
go.
do, don't they, when they want to look ripped on a film? It's quite dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah.
They in the gym and all that, and then to show the muscles, they get themselves dehydrated, don't they?
Yep, yeah. It's like the waterway is kind of what like makes you...
Apparently it's quite dangerous on the set. You know, it's like they go, all right, we've only got 12 hours to film you doing this or else you're going to collapse otherwise.
Yeah. Have you ever seen like someone in a sauna? Like I went into a sauna at this health club called David Lloyd's in Newcastle. Right?
David Lloyd's, they're all over the country. David Lloyd's.
Yeah. Like I had a 2-week membership where it was like 2 weeks for 14 quid.
Well
and it was like £1 a day. Let's go.
Fucking sauna every day for £1 a day.
I know, I nailed it. Right, you weren't allowed to use the tennis courts, but I was like, it'll do.
Exactly.
But I went in and like I was very confused because I walked into the steam room and there was like a Muslim woman in like a burkini.
Right.
And then there was a guy who was like in sweatpants and like a sweatshirt, and I was the only one who was like not wearing clothes. And I got so confused. I was like, is this
the right room?
Is this the steam room? Like the steam's everywhere. They're like, yeah, it is.
Did you go into the mixed faith steam room?
No. The multi-faith steam room.
Multi-faith steam room. They must have them. They've got them at airports.
I just think like, no, like this one Muslim woman, she was in a bikini, but then I was a bit weirded out by the guy. I was like, mate, why are you in clothes? Like, I could see why she was in clothes. Why are you in clothes? And he's like, oh, I'm cutting weight for a fight. And I was like, oh, right, that makes sense. So he sat like just with like fully like heavy winter clothes on, just dripping everything out. And I was like, this situation could not get like any
some of the
weirder.
fighters, what they don't show you, so some of them, they've not made the weight on the original weigh-in, and they'll have to do something drastic like that to drop weight.
That's what he was
Sometimes quite
doing.
a few pounds, because the weighing might only be like 10 hours or 12 hours later. But some fighters will make the weight, and they never show you this. They'll make the weight on the. So say you, I don't know, let's put it in pounds. You find a 12 stone. Some of them they'll be a pound under. They just made the weight. Then there's 3 days to the fight. You can guarantee they'll pile on about another stone and a half before that fight, and all of a sudden they fucking bolt, and there's a lot more power in them. It's quite a common thing.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised.
So they can't have the weigh-in on the day, because some of these are big title fights. So you couldn't have it actually. You know, right before the fight.
Yeah.
You go, oh, well, you fucked everything now. We booked Vegas, and you're too fat, you prick.
Yeah. Like, there's loads of weird tactics like that I've heard of. Like, one of my mates, he competes down south in like Muay Thai, and he's like, some of the like the MMA fighters he knows. Yeah.
Use the elbows, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like the RAA limbs, so they use elbows, legs.
Makes me ill.
It's
elbows.
It's brutal to be fair.
Awful.
I've started like doing Muay Thai recently. I had a bit of a crisis of masculinity, and I thought I'd go in and be hard, but like, bro, I don't know what I was thinking. I was 34 and I'm going to start, like, I get the shit kicked out of my 19-year-olds every single week. Like, I got beaten up by, like, a 17-year-old girl the other day. It's so much coordination and skill.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Like, I tell you what, I was so bad at it, they paired me with, like, a kid with learning difficulties. I whooped his ass, though. I beat the shit out of that kid. So, you know.
Yeah. No, he'd probably let you win. Probably that kid with learning difficulties. He's such a nice kid. He's going, yeah, they put me with this old bloke. He shouldn't even be in there. And I thought I'd let him win just so he feel good about himself.
I think that is what happened, to be fair. But he was saying, my mate, he was like...
Yeah, and it was quite creepy when I was fighting him. He kept saying, are you going in the sauna after? I was like, what? I'm 12.
Yeah, that was actually painfully accurate. No, but he was telling me people they make them, they don't shower for days before the fight. So like they'll come in stinking, and when you've got to like grapple up against them, it's distracting.
Yeah,
they'll like grease themselves up and stuff like that, so you can't fully get like a grip on them.
Yeah, there was one guy got banned, didn't he? I've heard the story. Somebody told me this recently. Was it on here? The guy who he'd wash in like moisturizer constantly for days before it. Then he'd wash it off, but it ends up in your skin, and then when you sweat,
it comes out.
Like, yeah, it's
so
like
you can't
lube,
get a good grip
so you
on
can't
them.
get a fucking grip on them.
That's so funny.
I heard that recently, but I mean,
just lube yourself up before a fight.
I've always said this. I mean, I think the concept of UFC is them tiny little trunks, and they've all got a little semi-lob on, and they're rolling over each other's faces. It's...
But I haven't done like the jiu-jitsu.
It's all erotic.
It's so gay. Like, yeah.
Have you done jiu-jitsu as well?
Like, yeah, and I turned up being like, I'm going to be hard.
Beating
and
other special
I was
needs
hard,
kid.
Mick.
Yeah.
I was hard. Not in the way I thought I was going to be, but I was hard.
I would like to see open weight categories in fighting. Fuck it.
What?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen any of the old UFCs?
No.
Mate, they're so funny. Because like
really?
before like MMA, before they were mixing the martial arts, they're literally just trying to mix the martial arts. So back then, they've not mixed them. So it's not some guy who's been at a gym for years doing like jiu-jitsu,
So they had a
karate, kung
guy
fu.
against a boxer and that.
Yeah, they had like a 180-pound kickboxer against like a 400-pound sumo wrestler in UFC 1. And I'm like, oh shit, like obviously the sumo, he is. You know what? They don't know what's going on. It's so like off the cuff that like the kickboxer actually comes out and does a Nazi salute and just everyone's like, oh, that's all right. Yeah, sweet. He's like a white supremacist. He comes out and does that and they're just like, oh, that must be some Dutch sort of thing. Like they completely miss it.
Did he win?
He won. The kickboxer won. He's
He
spinning
won
heel
too.
kicks. The sumo wrestler knocks his tooth out, and the sumo wrestler has to get like retired. But what's so funny is because I haven't figured out the rules. Like UFC 2, one guy's choking out another guy, and it's like, oh, this guy's got this wrapped up. And then the other guy just realizes that like it's not a rule yet. So he just starts smashing him in the testicles repeatedly until the guy who's got him in the chokehold just lets go of him, starts crying, and then like taps out. And they're like, oh yeah, we should probably make bull shots illegal. That's a bit of a cheat code, isn't it? That's
well, you know what? Maybe not because you know it's what do they call it? What's the martial art? The Israeli special forces came up. The Israeli
Krav Maga.
Krav Maga. So they
I was going to say jiu-jitsu, but I was like, no.
They put Krav Maga. Isn't that all the illegal moves of every martial art. It's basically based on the dirty fighting style. That's what it's based on. The idea of it, the self-defense, is it's not one of these where you carry on fighting. You try and end it as quick as possible, and then fuck off. So you target.
Right, so it's proper self-defense, yeah.
So you target vulnerabilities. It's eyes, groins, fingers.
Oh, so it's proper dirty fighting.
Oh yeah. So I'd love to see that.
You'd ever see like a Krav Maga, like FC or something like that, fighting championship.
Yeah.
That'd be weird. Do you know what? Because as
somebody
I say,
put somebody who's an expert in Krav Maga in with in the UFC, and then you just say, right, there's no rules. You can do what you want. All of a sudden, you've got the UFC fighter blinded because his eyes have been popped out of his head.
oh mate, I would. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just try that next time I'm back at jiu-jitsu.
You're gonna try.
Maybe I can whoop the 17-year-old girl this time.
You
Just
know
poke her
what?
in the eyes.
So you've done jiu-jitsu, you've done Mai Tai, maybe Krav
Mai
Maga.
Tai.
Maybe,
That's a cocktail, isn't it?
Mai Tai, yeah.
Mai Tai, baby.
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai, yeah. Yeah, Hammer Fist. Oh, what the fuck's Hammer Fist? Is this one of your porn films? What are you showing us Hammer Fist for? What are you showing? What? Hammer Fist. It sounds like a flower, the way I say it. Amethyst. An amethyst. That is a flower, isn't it? No, it's a stone. An amethyst. It's a type of.
You keep asking me questions like you think I'm an expert on anything.
Right, yeah.
I gotta call up
Anyway,
like Kibble
I'm back
to see if he
back
knows
to-
about Krav Maga,
back to the play.
Buddhism, and flower types.
So, Aiden's playing Buddha.
uh-huh.
So, what accent is he using?
I mean, I think the best thing would be for him to do the accent.
You've got to do the accent.
So-
What part of the world is he from?
He's from like because
It's
he was one of
quite
the only
feminine. It's just me as basically my cousin.
You sound like a gay South African.
Yes. It's basically
That's basically.
Do you know what? Like,
okay, bro.
I'll be honest. What with it being a play in progress, like
Yeah.
not that
I
many
mean, what
people.
part of the world is Buddha from?
He's from Nepal, but
Nepal.
how he justify it is like he believes in reincarnation, so he's come back as a postman from Smithy.
All right, okay.
Yeah, that's
So he's managed to convince Jesus that he's a postman from Smethwick.
Well, no, because you basically, if you're the crowd, you're coming in and you're seeing Jesus is a woman and Buddha's a ginger man from Birmingham. So you're like, oh, from the West Bromwich, from the West Midlands area.
I reckon God's deities would recognise each other straight away, whatever form they were in. There'd be in a queue. There'd be in a queue at Greg's, and you'd be queuing up. Buddha would be queuing up in whatever form he was in, and then say like Shivner or whatever walk past, and they just wink at each other. They just know.
Maybe he's in this. They don't. It's like they just met on a Tinder date and they're like
Right.
Jesus, but because you got to explain it to the audience as well. It can't just be like the audience aren't God. They're just people like, what is this madness? Like, what is happening here? But not many people applied, and Hayden applied. And I was like, oh well, I know him, I trust him, but I was like, well, how can I justify Buddha being a bald ginger man? Well, he's bald.
Is
but
it
how
a
can I
comedy?
It's a comic play, yeah,
Right,
but it's
good,
mainly
right.
about
Are you
a
expecting?
sort of battle of ideas, really.
Are you expect? One of the best things that could happen to you in your first week up there is for some
Get offended.
religious group to get offended by it.
My intention is that a religious group get offended. My intention is that the fringe being. I don't even kind of want to put this out there. I kind of just want it to happen organically. So I don't know. I can tell you, but like, I don't want to put it out there. I'm just hoping it happens.
Okay. All right. Well, tell us afterwards.
I'll tell you afterwards.
Tell you afterwards. Yeah.
I am
yeah.
hoping somebody gets offended, and I've kind of designed it with an intention for
Right.
not necessarily religious groups. I want to be like an honest debate about their ideas, while sort of like maybe sacrilegiously tearing down the idols per se. I think Jesus and Buddha had some really great principles. Good lads, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
lads, sound
they were.
blokes, strong ideas.
Yeah, I mean,
But I want it to be an actual battle of the ideas.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus, if he was real, the ultimate socialist.
Yeah, the ultimate, and like Buddha was as well. It's sort of been a bit
Yeah.
like you can't take all this with you to heaven.
Yeah.
Like, but Jesus was like you can't take all this to heaven. Like, love your fellow person, but like love everybody. Whereas Buddha was like, yeah, just like sit in silence, love yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Well, the pharaohs, you'd have had to be one of their servants because if the pharaoh died, you got put in the fucking tomb with them.
Oh, really?
They took the staff with them,
Oh my
the
god!
pets and everything. And also as well, I don't know what they think was happening on the other side. So they put coins in your eyes. So was that the Greeks coins in your eyes?
Greeks put coins in your eyes. Because I've seen that in Troy with Brad
What they
Pitt.
would do, they'd mummify the body, but they'd take out your internal organs and put them in jars because apparently on the other side, wherever you travel to, they put you back together. But all your
What,
staff,
like a DIY? Like
Yeah,
their heaven
whatever,
was like
yeah.
IKEA.
yeah.
Oh, we got to put them back together like there.
But imagine that, you just, I've got a new job, I'm a butler. Who with? They got the pharaoh. They got. He's 80. He's not got long left. Oh fuck. Shit, you want one of the young ones?
It's a bit like the Taj Mahal. You know what happened to the guys who made the Taj Mahal?
No, why what?
So like, because you know it's like this, like women love it, right? They're like, it's
'cause it's
this
romantic
beautiful,
story.
like,
Yeah.
do you know I chopped off the hands of all the architects so that they couldn't build like, anything like this again? Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
And I was like, I can't love any woman that much. That's pretty brutal. Do you know what I mean?
I know when Genghis Khan was buried, so they didn't want to know where he was buried. The story is that he had an army, he had a group of soldiers who murdered the people that buried him. And then there was another group of soldiers
that murdered the group of soldiers
that murdered the fucking people that buried him, just so nobody'd know where he was.
But why did they want to hide his tomb? Because wouldn't you think Genghis Khan, if you don't know who Genghis Khan is, like every single, he's our granddad, probably.
Well,
Do you know what I mean?
There's a chance that, there's 1 in 3 of us is direct descent.
He's your granddad. He's your great granddad.
It was a bit of a shagger.
Bit of a shagger, top shagger.
Yeah.
He was really the Andrew Tate of his day, just shagged, fought.
I don't think Andrew Tate shagged as much as.
I think he does. I think it's all paid for, or probably not willfully. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. Yeah.
Bad analogy by me.
Let's not get into the manosphere.
But I don't think Genghis Khan was like a great guy.
Yeah, he was a
People
great
held him
guy.
up as
He'd be the ultimate manosphere, Genghis
There
Khan.
you go. That's what I mean. So he's the Andrew Tate of his
What
day.
did you do this morning? I got up and I murdered a village.
Yeah.
And I raped 12 women before breakfast. What did you do?
Exactly.
Loser.
You know what I mean? He's held
Sign up to my new health drink.
Horse.
Tag man.
Yeah.
Put man
Horse
in the
milk.
comments if you want to know more.
Yeah.
Why because you think that guy would want to so what blew my mind recently is I was like up in Newcastle, I was looking at Hadrian's Wall and I thought this was clearly like a straight man with small penis who built this, do you know what I mean? That turns out Hadrian was a raging homosexual, right? That blew my mind. I didn't know that, right? So Genghis Khan seems like the ultimate I'm a bloke, you can't deny my manhood.
Yeah.
So why would he want to have hid his...
I don't know. I'm not sure why he wanted to hide his tent. I'm probably afraid of getting robbed or whatever. I imagine there was probably a great amount of wealth that was buried with him. But also as well, him moving on might have been his way of hiding his own homosexuality. That's why he was probably so aggressive. So probably his generals will go, this is a great village we've captured today, but then, he's been a bit vulnerable the night before with a woman and opened up and he's gone, no, kill everybody. let's move on to that village. I don't want my secret out. Because I think a lot of very violent men who are actually really violent, you'll see them in pubs and so on, I think it's usually you'll find out they're homophobic, but the reason they're homophobic is because they're disgusted with themselves because of the way they are.
I think,
and they can only justify contact with other men through forms of violence.
Yeah. No, I do agree with that fully. I kind of realised that about myself recently. I'm doing jiu-jitsu because I'm a gay man. No. What it is
Because you want to have sex with a kid with special needs. That's right.
I had No, I've recently gone sober off everything. I had a bit of a mentee B, as Gen Z like to call it, at the end of Australia.
What do they call it?
A mentee B,
What's
a
that?
mental breakdown.
Oh, right, okay.
A mentee B.
Did you have one?
A proper severe one. I was staying at
Really?
the Exford. Have you done Australia?
Yeah, I'm going
Have you
back again
stayed at
next
the
year.
Exford?
I've stayed at the Exford, yeah.
It's
I had
unhinged.
mice. Did you have mice?
No, I didn't have mice.
Oh, you didn't get the best room then?
Oh my god, no, there was knee blind mice. in
What
my
was it that
room.
blew you? What was it that ruined you about the Exford?
It was so it was 3 months of doing the festival for the first time in my life, producing 2 shows as well.
Oh,
so
doing
ticket
your-
sales are all on me.
right.
I'm running from spot to spot while doing that. I entered Australia at the start of Perth in a relationship. I was then kind of not in a relationship, but in a purgatory until that didn't really end until a month ago properly. So I was kind of there, what the fuck's going on with my life, while just trying to ignore it and get on with a pretty intense job.
Right.
And it all just on the last day, I'd kept myself together till about then, and I just went kaboom, right? And after that, I kind of had to take a long, hard look at myself and get sober. I kind of was well, why do you go so hard on drink and let's just say other things?
Yeah.
And I kind of realised deep down it was just me. Somewhere along the lines, it was me being a brown kid who grew up in the Northeast. And the way I could out-Geordie everybody else was to be the one who could drink the most and the one who could take things the furthest.
Right, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you ever had a mental breakdown, Aidan? How old are you?
No, I've never had a mental breakdown.
I mean, I think I've had multiple without realising them. Of course I have.
Go on, because I've had, I'd say, 2. And what I've kind of realised about me as well is mine always come where, I think me and you've talked about this before, but this is the first time in my life for a calendar year I've been nicotine free.
Wow.
Yeah, first time since I was 13, sorry. Like, I didn't come out of the womb like, all right, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
But
yeah.
since I was 13, first time, like, as a teenager, as an adult with hormones and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and emotions that, like, only adults have, I've been nicotine free. And the thing about coping mechanisms is they help you cope. So, like, when you take something like that away, if I was smoking, I probably would have just chained tabs. And I would have been all right with it. Cigarettes, sorry.
How long have you been quit now?
Since May last year, I accidentally took a puff on a cigarette in January, but I didn't continue. I just
Right,
took one
oh,
puff and was
sorry,
like, oh
yeah.
shit, there's tobacco in that. And then I never went back to it.
It was good on you. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, that was kind of where I was like, oh no, I need to like, because I can't, smoking was my regulator.
Yeah, yeah.
I've had a good night out, I'll go home and I'll have a cigarette or whatever, or I'll smoke a joint and I'll be put on a movie, I'll be all right.
11 years for me now.
11 years?
11 years,
So
yeah.
did your mental breakdowns, did they happen after you packed in cigarettes or before?
No, I reckon no, because my life centered around, particularly smoking. I would have a breakdown while travelling because I'd be on a train and all of a sudden they say, "Oh, sorry, there's an half-hour delay on this train." I'd be like, "What the fuck? I've planned to get to where I'm going to so I can go outside and have a cigarette." Or airports stress me out. Anything that was travel, the length of time I knew I was going to have to go without a cigarette used to fucking drive me insane. So my life got easier after that. I quit smoking. When traveling has been so much easier. I don't stress anymore.
Yeah, like my nervous system has calmed down a lot more. But there was something like when you were in like if you come back from Australia going by Thailand or something, or you were in Amsterdam and had like the smoking rooms. There was something very classy about it.
I know,
you
but
what
I
mean?
can't. I was a bit fortunate. So a few years ago in lockdown, I somebody passed me a tab in a secret beer garden. I wasn't in a secret beer garden. I adhered to all the rules, but we were in a secret beer garden, and I had a drag on a proper cigarette for the first time, and then would have been about 5 years. And I coughed my lungs up. And I was so pleased I did. I mean,
Yeah.
because, and then I got that weird, after one drag, got that. This is what.
Did you feel
mad about
dizzy and
smoking.
sick
I
in that?
felt dizzy and sick, like we all do when we first smoke. Which I used to always think back to the first. I was like 13 when I started, but I always think back to that first time I inhaled a cigarette and went, I was so ill. Why the fuck did I carry on? It doesn't make any sense, but you carried on because your mates were smoking and all that. And
Socially normal, isn't it? You don't want to be the outside. You don't want to be left behind by the group, be the
My mum and
weirdo.
dad smoked, so everybody I knew smoked.
Nobody wants to be me at kickboxing, do you know what I mean? You want to be
Exactly.
part of the group.
And it was cool. I looked cool.
Yeah.
Chicks dig it.
Yep.
That's the thing, yeah.
Your heroes are all doing it on the telly and that.
Exactly, yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. And but I still dream about smoking.
Do you?
In
Even
my-
now,
in
11
my-
years
in
later?
In my dreams, I'm still smoking in my dreams.
That's
But-
crazy.
But feeling guilty. Waking up with that going, oh shit, I smoked again.
Ah.
I feel really bad. And sometimes I'll check myself for my cigarettes packets when I'm going out. Just the odd things like that. Not long before I quit smoking, I used to have a habit of not stealing people's lighters, but if I borrowed a lighter off you to light my cigarette, that lighter would go in my pocket if you didn't. I wouldn't mean to do it.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'd always wake up with like 42 lighters. on me
Oh
after
yeah,
that.
so we cleaned out my bedroom drawer. This is just after I'd stopped smoking when I was on Champix of drugs, and I think there was about 112 lighters or something in the drawers.
Oh, you used the Champix, did you?
Yeah, I used Champix.
Apparently, that's like taking acid. Apparently, that's
It was
like
brilliant. I loved it. See, now there's a lot of people go, oh, I struggled with it. I didn't like it. For me, it was the best fucking 12 weeks I've ever had. My head was clearer than it's ever been.
Really?
Yeah.
Why don't they just prescribe that for ADHD? Because that was like, again, what also contributed to my breakdown is like, I got diagnosed with ADHD 2 years ago.
Right.
And I realized that going on and off smoking was my way of like, oh, this is like the only way I've been able to focus and emotionally
Who
regulate.
diagnosed you with ADHD?
Like the doctor, the
Right,
NHS.
okay.
Like, no, I was like fully diagnosed. They
Yeah.
were like, no, it's pretty severe actually. And I was like, I thought they would just do what I'm doing now. Where they're like, right, let's have a chat about it. Let's have a think about like how you can focus better, how you can handle your emotions. Maybe you should do some kickbox. Maybe you need to move a bit more to like get that energy out of you. But they just went, here's diet cooking. And just take that and you'll be all right. So I
Oh, they
just
give you
took-
speed, don't they? Yeah.
I just took, it was like, bro, it's on the border of meth, I would say. It's dexamphetamines.
Yeah, it's amphetamine. Yeah, so it's basically speed. Yeah.
I would say meth. I would say it's closer to meth.
Right.
Haven't
So
done meth.
what's it like when you're on it?
You're very focused, but you're very tunnel vision. So you kind of like ignore everything else that might be a distraction, including people around you, their emotions, that kind of stuff.
Well, then
like
you become emotionally stunted. Then you become.
I was a bit autistic. Like I was just zoning in. Like I've got to get Australia done. But then like I'd get all my shit. But then after that, I'd get all my shit done. I'd put my feelings behind
See,
me. But doing that
yeah.
for 3 months was not healthy.
In the pub I'd drinking quite a lot, the Tap Room Tramps. I was in there a few weeks ago, and this woman came in who I'd met a couple of times before. And then out of nowhere, she's talking. She said, "So when were you first diagnosed with autism and ADHD?"
But it made me.
So I said, what the fuck are you talking about?
But that's the thing. The meth made me more autistic.
Yeah.
Like, I got rid of my ADHD, but then brought a whole host of other problems.
yeah.
So I was like, I don't like people at all.
Are you off the meth?
I'm off the meth now, and it's quite hard just trying to find myself without meth, cigarettes, alcohol, or weed, or anything that I've just kind of like.
Are you quit drinking as well?
For now, I might go back to it, but I think I just.
First reviews coming in Edinburgh. Fucking give me that bottle.
Give me that bottle, rack up some meth, come on. Get me a 20-pack. I don't give a fuck if they're 40 quid now.
Yeah.
Like I just...
Very unbelievable. The gay South African Buddha was...
I'm not even like, I've kind of, like, to deal with all that, I kind of block myself from everything. It's very lonely, like... Because I don't have a part, I got some friends, but everyone's got their own stuff going on, do you know what I mean? But like, I used to get just like social buzz off like social media, but I blocked all that as well.
That's
so like,
good.
I've got this app where it's like, I can only access it 2 hours a day to upload my reels. Because
Oh my God,
I
you're
just
as bad
watch
as him.
stories.
He can't, if he doesn't do his Duolingo, it doesn't let him on Instagram.
Oh really? That's class.
How controlling is that though?
That's Duolingo is pretty controlling.
Oh, he fucking
It's
is.
like an owl coercing you into learning a language.
Yeah, well,
It's like, we miss you.
I tried
Why
to
have
learn-
you tried your Spanish today,
I
Hayden?
tried to learn Spanish on it, and they have different characters. Some of the characters speaking, I could hear, I could understand them, but some of them, I didn't have a fucking clue what they were fucking saying. They're obsessed with eating apples. Come here, manzana, drinking milk. The hotel's been
Did you
shut.
find it was like a bit racist though? Or a bit stereotypical, let's not say we're racist. Like if you're learning Spanish, it's like, it's 3 p.m, I need to have a nap. Like,
But I think but the problem is as well, I find, and it's a problem, I think this is why we don't do so well learning languages over here as the Europeans do. So I find that in Europe, what they do is when they learn a second language, they get taught how to speak it first. We were brought up speaking English before we taught how to spell it and read it. But when we're learning over here, they have you learning grammar and reading it as you're learning. And you're thinking, no, I'm going to just let me speak it first. And then after I can speak it and understand it, then tell me how to read it.
yeah, I think it's easier. Like that's why like kids from bilingual families learn better. Like because they like just sort of speak it. They're not really getting stuck in the bit that's boring. They're just conversating and learning. And that's how kids learn English, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's how you from a baby. That's how you learn to speak first, and then you go to school and learn how to do it. But I've found out that kids in other countries, they learn how to speak another language before then they taught how to read and write in that other language.
Yeah, because that's how my mum said she learned Hindi, was watching loads of Bollywood growing up.
Yeah.
And it's why I'm fluent in German.
Do you speak another language?
No, I speak decent Spanish and Italian, and I
Oh,
speak
do
like
you?
some French. But what I did was I just watched a lot of telly and then kind of zoned in on the Latin roots. So
Right.
like, apprehend is like apprehendo,
Apprehendo.
apprehend. It's like to learn, right? Or to impart knowledge in Italian, it's imparo.
Yeah, but
to go against is contradict.
I watch a lot of stuff with subtitles, right? A lot of TV shows. A lot of my favourite TV shows have been European the last 20 years.
What are your favourite TV shows?
Oh, the best one is The Bridge.
What's The
which
Bridge?
is a joint Swedish and Danish production.
You speak Swedish and Danish, do you?
Well, I think I do. That's the problem. You're watching in subtitles, you're singing in. Then all of a sudden you start thinking, my brain starts thinking, oh, you can understand this. You can understand this, you know this.
Have you turned the subtitles off?
Yeah, you turn the subtitles off and you go, what the fuck, man? I haven't got a clue what's fucking going on. Seriously, your brain, I think because you're reading it and you're understanding what's being said at the same time. But part of the reason why I'll always watch with subtitles, so I like a lot of South Korean stuff, Japanese stuff. But
Yeah, they got some weird shit as well.
But I'll always watch it with subtitles because when they dub their voices, they always have the most ridiculous fucking
cartoonish,
voices.
comical as hell.
Oh my God, there's a monster in there. Who said there was a monster in there? Nobody said there was a monster
It's like
in
watching
there.
a really crap
Yeah.
ventriloquist, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
The only thing is about them languages, the Japanese and the South Korean and Chinese, they sound very emotional over simple things. You know, it's like they get really shouty about somebody who's just not drank the milk. You know, you're going, what?
It
It sounds stressful.
I think it's a thing about Asian languages generally, because growing up, I always thought people were fighting when actually we're just having a very civil conversation.
Yes,
and I think I could probably get away. Yeah, I can get away with saying it. Where you might know, like you grew up in Oldham, you grew up around a lot of Punjabis, I imagine.
of course,
but you'd probably not be allowed to say it publicly. Like they always just sound like they're arguing, right? Like you might think that, and that's fine because we do sound like we're arguing. arguing. And I think it's because them countries...
I grew up in an Irish household. My friends used to think my mum and dad were always arguing.
Really?
They weren't. They were just having a normal day.
Just having a normal...
I used to say to my friends, I said, you do not want to be here when they are arguing. You'll fucking know when it's on. But they were that loud and abusive with each other. But that's
Yeah. Well, then that maybe contradicts my theory, because my theory was going to be like, when you think about like Americans being so loud when they talk, and like Indians, Pakistanis, like Japanese, they always are quite loud. And I'm like, yeah, but if you go to those countries, there's fucking a lot of people there.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah, we can be demure and sort of like
make yourself heard.
Quiet. Yeah, to
course.
make yourself heard, you've got to speak over 1.5 billion other voices. Like that's pretty tough. But then what's like?
You imagine
you got to shout over car bombs. What's going on with Ireland?
Imagine this: you're in Tibet. There's tourists and you're just there a bit of. You're meditating. You've been like 20 minutes into your meditation. It's probably going to last a couple of hours. And all you hear is, "Oh my God, this place is beautiful." And you must be sat there thinking, "I really want to kill. I really want to fucking kill." Here's a good pub quiz question for you. Whose father was the very first Westerner to become a Buddhist monk in Tibet?
Whose father?
Yeah.
Was the very first? Was he American?
Yeah.
I knew he'd be American, man. Them lot. They love copying other cultures.
She's an actress.
She's an actress.
Very famous one.
Older or
Well, I'd said she's in her 50s now.
Julia Roberts?
No.
I'm on the right page.
She was in a Quentin Tarantino film.
Uma Thurman?
Uma Thurman?
No way. But she's from California, is she?
I think so, yeah. So probably that, yeah.
So like California, it's kind of weird. Like they just went in so many different hippie routes of like weed, Ben and Jerry's, Buddhist monks. But the thing, there was a big issue with like Hindu monks going over there. Did you see like the documentary about that?
No.
Like all these Hindu monks and sort of teach these Americans that were like lost within capitalism of like, oh, you know what? It's like not that deep. Like just meditate.
Right.
But then a lot of them turned out to be like pretty bad people who were just using it to trick white women. It was horrendous. There was a whole documentary on it.
Yeah, but the problem is now that's probably going to be on Netflix soon. Oh, is it?
It already is on
Well,
Netflix.
for fuck's sake.
Like totally, it was already is on Netflix.
Everything, the way the world's become now with streaming TV, and particularly Netflix. But as soon as you read anything bad in the news, you think,
how long lasts is it? Yeah.
18 months, that'll be on Netflix. Yeah.
Did they ever do one on the cat bin lady? Because I don't think they've done that. I really want one on the cat bin lady, and that never happened.
Well, they did Don't Fuck With Cats. I mean, what the fuck's that? He's walking all over the back. Oh, is that Bikram Yoga? Oh, yeah, there's Yoga Wars, isn't there?
Yoga Wars?
Yeah.
I know there's Ice Cream Van Wars.
Yeah,
What's Yoga Wars?
But there's two distinct yoga types, and they're mortal enemies.
Oh, they're mortal enemies, are they?
Yeah, and if you meet each other, you have to strike your most difficult pose. I don't know.
Is this where the movie Mortal Kombat came from?
Oh, no, yeah. Oh, it's one of them Bikram lot. Downward dog. Boom. I don't know, but there is.
I think it's like the Hindus like do it more sort of like it's not just about it's like a Shaivik practice. It's not just about the stretching.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Because some people do yoga to just be more flexible and be better in bed than that. And it's like, that's not really what it's about. It's about achieving peace of mind. It's a mental thing as well as.
Exactly.
But like, I get like yoga and like, so when I went to Thailand, bro, like I would, like if I was Andy Burnham, do you know the first thing I would do is, genuinely, just nationalise Thai massages.
Nationalise what?
Thai massages.
Nationalise Thai massages.
So much of the stress we carry is unconscious. If you just have a little bit of a rub.
I don't.
If you have a rub and a chat every day.
I don't know. When I was in Singapore, there was one at the hotel was offered, and they did the walking on your back. It was in like a spa in the hotel. So somebody said to me at the time, this is years ago, said, "Oh, that one where they walk on your back, it's incredible." Is it fucking incredible? It fucking hurts like fuck. Then we went for reflexology, which is the most painful thing I've ever had done in my life. And I nearly booted the woman in the face because I don't like having my feet touched anyway, so it was a stupid thing to do. But reflexology is so fucking painful.
What is reflexology?
So apparently parts of your lower leg and your feet are all connected to body parts. So they massage.
Your leg is connected to the rest of your body.
But they do it. So there's part on your foot, which is your stomach area. There's a part on your toes, which is like your lungs, and they manipulate the sinew and muscle in between the bones, and it's fucking painful.
Oh, that sounds rank.
It's painful.
That sounds like a medieval torture.
What is weird though is afterwards. Now I don't know whether this was a relief that it stopped, or it was a real beneficial feeling afterwards. But I felt great for a couple of hours afterwards. I felt refreshed. But thinking about it, that may be because the pain had stopped. That's when the endorphins were kicking in. It was like, oh my God, but yeah.
I'm free, oh my God.
Yeah, but I nationalised Thai massage, no. I think you've got to. I think listen. This is why comedians should never get into politics.
No, I would nationalise Thai massage. You know what else I'd do is I'd nationalise prostitution so we don't get any incels. You never see anyone shooting up a school or doing a terrorist attack after a blowjob, do you?
Well, do you know what they did in? Is it in Scandinavia? Was it in Sweden? So prostitution is legal, but seeking out a prostitute is illegal.
Oh, aye, so it makes it like less criminal for the women who are struggling or whatever. Yeah, so solicitation's illegal, but then I know some sex workers. Don't ask me how. But they've told me that they don't agree with that. They think like the clients are often just like lonely men who their wives died or they've got no like company.
There was a famous brothel in Oldham that was raided years ago, about 20 years ago.
There's loads around here. That blew my mind when I first moved here because they're not in the open in Newcastle. Like, I've never seen one in my life in Newcastle. And then when I moved to like Sheffield, I seen one in like an industrial estate. And it was like, I was like 18.
I'm just trying to imagine a Geordie prostitute calling you in for business. Oh, yeah, pet, let me put this fag out.
Oh, do you like that? How are you, son? I don't know why.
No, I'm not pissing on you. No way. No, but there was the news story was incredible because they arrested a few women who worked there, but then men who were in the waiting room. And
that's got to be humiliating.
Yeah,
it's got to be gutting.
Yeah, but 6 of these men tried to get off it by saying they were solicitors of the prostitutes and were there waiting to speak to the clients.
Were they actually lawyers? Or?
Holy fuck.
Right, according to records, you work at Greg's, mate. What is...
2 of them were taxi drivers, said they were there to pick people up. So
that's all right. That's a decent, but I seen a video on Instagram recently of, like, these kids, and they were, like, going into one of these, like, brothels on Soho and just, like, they were pranking the brothel, right? So knock, like, you got the front door and then you go up the stairs and then there's the second guarded door. So get that second guarded door and then knock on it and they go, like, this is police, this is the raid. It's like some little kid in a tracksuit, right? And they're just like taking the piss for them and their friends, put it on social media, Snapchat, whatever. And they turn around and some fucking Chinese student is walking up and he's like, and then they turn around, they're like, are you going to use the prostitutes? And she goes, oh! Turns around and runs away. I was like, bless him, but that is also the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I know, but it's awful, that, isn't it? His life's ruined now.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, but I mean, probably not. You know, like, are they going to see that in China? They don't have social media. Like, his life is a bit here, and then you just be like, all right, ma'am, I need to transfer unis, and then I'm coming back to China where they've got Weibo.
I reckon they have. I reckon.
Now they got Weibo in it.
They can't stop VPNs though, can they? In China.
I wouldn't doubt the Chinese government.
No,
mate.
I wouldn't risk it.
I reckon they know their stuff. Like,
yeah, I wouldn't risk it. Yeah.
You know, I mean, they just took over Hong Kong. I reckon they can get around a VPN.
Well, yeah, they took over Hong Kong, but Hong Kong's not having it. They're really fucking struggling to control Hong Kong.
Speaking of like,
which I quite like people in Hong Kong going, excuse me, all right, we were ruled by colonials, fine. But we've had a couple 100 years of doing what the fuck we want.
I would prefer it to you guys.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy how much colonization influences that part of the world. Like, I didn't realize. Do you know Korean fried chicken?
Korean fried chicken, yes.
Do you know where it comes from?
Korea.
Yeah, like, how it became like a thing.
No.
Man, this blew my fucking mind when I was there, right? But apparently it come from the fact that, like, so the Korean War and North Korea and South Korea comes from the fact that when it was liberated after Japan, after World War II, like, the Russians went in the north and the Americans went in the south. And, like, that's why North Korea is still, like, because they're like, oh, well, it's better than what was under Japan. But in the south, they had all these black American troops who started frying chicken. And the Koreans were like, I've never seen that before.
Wow.
What is this? This is, oh my God, this is amazing. So that's where Korean fried chicken and Korean barbecue come from, black American troops.
Wow, that's fantastic.
It's nuts, isn't it? Blew my mind.
I also know, you know the coffee and the Americano? Do you know where that comes from?
Go on.
So when the Allies liberated Italy in the Second World War, the American troops were there. They didn't like espressos. They thought it was too strong. So they asked for extra water in it to make it a longer coffee. And then the Italians, when they call it Americano, weren't saying this is the name for it. They were actually taking the piss out of Americans because they couldn't drink proper coffee.
Oh, yeah,
So
that makes...
it's an Americano.
Oh, that makes so much... There's lots of stuff like that. Like, so do you know the Palmer in Middlesbrough?
Oh, the Parma. Yeah.
That's sort of a similar thing where like an American pilot was stationed there during World War II.
Right.
And he started serving like American diner food. He settled there after, married a Middlesbrough woman.
Yeah.
Started selling like American diner food. And one of them was like this Parmesan, the chicken Parmesan, which is
Chicken
pretty
Parmesan.
common in like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Middlesbrough, like, oh yeah, weekly. And I'm like, yeah, but that's pretty common in like Germany, Austria, America.
Yeah, Italy.
So then that's how it became the Parma there and they made it
yeah.
up. And I think the kebabs are South Shields dish.
But I think the Parma has got ridiculous. It's like we're going to try and out cheese everybody. So it's like, I mean, because I've had a very simple one done. It's stunning. Bit of Parmesan on, a little bit of cheese and salad, and that is fucking great. Been cooked properly. But some of these, when you get them, you just go, what the fuck? There's about 2 pounds of cheese on that fucking thing.
Yeah. I'm lactose intolerant because I'm the worst Hindu on planet Earth, and I used to enjoy them, but now they fuck me up. Like,
Really?
They fuck. You do not want me staying at your house after
I've
a
not
Parma.
had
Let
it
me
for-
tell you.
Have you ever had a Parma?
No.
You'd know. There's no. You'd know if you've had one. Everybody remembers when they've had one. Yeah.
Is it chicken covered in cheese?
Basically, yeah.
And bechamel sauce.
Bechamel sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lasagna with
And then,
the pasta.
so it comes in around about 2,000 calories per serving. Some of them are that big. And then for some reason, people have chips with it.
Mate, the diets up in the northeast. It's the same actually. It's generally the north of England. Like, me and my friend were talking about pizza at Greg's yesterday, and that's like very much like it's not really pizza, is it?
It's not proper pizza. It's not.
He
good.
said it was like
I don't.
cake topped with like cheese
Yeah.
and tomato, and I was like, yeah, it's pizza made by an old white woman called Sharon, isn't it?
See, I struggle with pizza. Pizza, let's be honest, it's just posh cheese on toast. That's what it is. The concept.
What did you just say about Italians and Americans?
Yeah,
How would they deal with that?
Yeah, but pizza it's a food you made with your leftovers. That's what it was done with, wasn't it? You make
Is
a bit
that
of
what it was?
Bread dough with your tomato sauce from the day before, whatever meat you had left, you'd throw it on there. Like, yeah, of course, yeah.
No
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
that's like bread sauce, isn't it?
That's
It was
a
like peasants' food. and
Imagine
then
how it would be, yeah. But
crazy.
I mean, I'm not saying that's true, but I think that is true for pizza. But the concept.
Have you just made up this? Have you fan fiction the history
No,
of pizza?
but
It's facts.
It's the idea. It's the idea of going for pizza as a meal. I think, what? Why would you just want to go out for a big piece of fucking cheese on toast for a fucking meal? Doesn't make sense.
It was my
It's
favourite
shit.
food growing
It's
up.
shit. It's a shit, man.
Nah, it's shit when you create your own history
what?
about it.
You know
When
what?
you're like the peasants of
No,
Italy in
you know-
200 AD.
You know what? If food are growing up, I've raised 3 kids. What it is, it's a food of parents that can't be asked cooking that day. Fucking throw that in the oven. There you go. You can have a fucking pizza.
Nah, my mum
I
when
think
she
you're being
cooked,
treated.
my mum when she cooked me house cooked was turkey dinosaurs and like frozen chips. Frozen chips and turkey
We
dinosaurs.
used to love when the
Smiley
kids were little,
faces.
and people know, there'll be people listening to this of a similar age will know exactly what I'm talking about. When we were little, it used to happen to me, but I used to do it with my kids when it was warm, the weather, couldn't be asked cooking, and they say, "Oh, what are we having for tea?" And we go, "We're having a picnic tea," and we just make them
tea.
we make them a sandwich, give them a yogurt and a chocolate bar, and they thought it was fucking great. They're having a picnic tea.
Yeah, just a packed lunch in it.
Yeah, basically that's what it was. Yeah, they just had one at school.
That's the thing with kids, though. If you can present certain things that like just like
Oh.
adhere to their imagination,
But when
you
I
got
was
them covered.
when I was like, you've got chocolate bars like penguins, different. See now I'd always want
penguins, you know, I've not had one
the
in-
red wrapper first. We'd fight over it when we were kids, and my kids would do the same. Red wrapper first. If you couldn't have that, it was a blue wrapper. You never wanted the green or yellow wrapper. They're the same fucking biscuit.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but that was
yeah.
important about what colour wrapper you got.
What do you think that was?
I've no idea, but it was important.
Yeah, because like it was the same like Pokemon, wasn't it? Everyone wanted Pokemon Red, not Pokemon Blue. It was a
don't
little
know.
bit. You wouldn't have been playing if you were playing Pokemon when it came out. Then like we gotta check your hard drive, bro.
If
What were you doing
I
then?
ever have been playing Pokemon, there something's gone wrong.
But when I was a kid, it was like Pokemon Red and Blue. It was the same thing.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
but I remember fighting over the red penguins as well.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. For some reason, they were the best ones. We don't know why. You do the same as the yogurt pots would have different coloured lids on there, even though it was the same yogurt. I don't want that one. There.
Yeah, I think it was probably like I think all of these things back in the day before like fact checking. It's that kid who would start every story. Do you know what I mean? He would probably like have come up with some idea of why red penguins were worth more than blue
There's probably
penguins.
more chocolate on them.
More chocolate on them,
yeah,
They got a
yeah.
little bit of caramel in if you take
Yeah,
a bite in the right
exactly, yeah.
place. And like nobody double checked. It was like, oh, you know, he's
Have they, was it penguins who've had to stop calling chocolate recently?
What?
Right, I think there's a couple of chocolate biscuits about to be redefined
Is it a
as
biscuit?
chocolate tasting or biscuit because the price of cocoa powder has got that much. They've put in cheap alternatives in, and so it's not classed as chocolate.
What? That's a recession indicator if ever I've seen
yeah.
it. chocolate-coated biscuits.
rather than pure chocolate. Due to a rise in cocoa prices, the recipe was altered and now contains 20% less.
Mate, we're
it's got a screen back on.
analysing penguin bars like it's cocaine.
Which-
the rise in price of
hey,
cocoa
you know
powder
what,
means
you know what,
they can't import it from Mexico.
To your average kid living on a row of tourist houses, this is the equivalent. This is it. This is important. Why are our the penguins are shit lately? Have you noticed? Where are you getting your penguins? What do you know any? Because the guys we're getting them from, it's shit penguins. But yeah,
Do you know what? That's
gone off again. But
before you get diagnosed, that's what they give you to like satiate your ADHD as well. Not diet cocaine. They give you a penguin bar. You just give them a penguin bar, put them in the corner.
and it's not the only one. There's another one as well who've done it as well with. So I think it might be Club Biscuits or something like that. But.
Is that not like the biggest indicator you've ever seen that society is just going in the wrong direction?
Yeah,
Like we can't afford to make penguin
club
bars.
bars can no longer be called chocolate.
That's like
No, but the thing is, I would wager, I've never been to the States, or I've had American chocolate and it's shit. I'd still imagine it's fucking stronger than American chocolate.
Yeah, it's happening with Cadbury's as well. If you taste it, it's gone crap.
So you're in Australia,
horrible.
you've had chocolate over there. So they put
I was actually quite.
They put in a thing in it so it stops it melting.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Because that's been bad for me because I packed a bunch of like I was thinking about it's like as a road comic and trying to cut your costs down. Quite big on like packed lunches. I have my picky teas now as a 34-year-old man.
Hey, I'd say packed lunches now at gigs. I've stopped doing it because of the diet I'm on. I've started doing it now. I'll make some sandwiches and all that.
Yeah,
Yes,
the food you get out of the house firstly is dog shit. Like health-wise, nutrition-wise, it's awful at the service stations. You think like, oh, I'll get a Tesco meal deal, it'll be healthier than a McDonald's. It's not. It's fucking worse. You look at the fat and the saturated fat and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Like, how can you put this much fat in a prawn sandwich, bro? Like, what is going on here? But, like, I've started making them, but I can't make them at the minute. I took some, like, multivitamin gummies, some chocolate bars, and some tuna. The tuna, big mistake. Fuck, my car smells like an aquarium, bro.
Jesus.
Like, but in the heat, it just all melted.
God, yeah.
Yeah, like, I just can't, like, it's just not possible. I can see why they put that chemical in.
Yeah.
What is the chemical?
I don't know what it is, but it's
Because we're going to have to start putting that in our chocolate too. And we live in Dubai now.
Oh, God, we're
Just
not going
influencers
far
in
off.
37 degrees heat.
What stops chocolate melting?
What does that say about your history, Hayden? That the first thing that came up when it said what stops is diarrhea?
Yeah, no. There's something in.
I don't know how to cook.
Yeah, you might have to add added chemical, something like that. That's just the science behind it.
We are fully Breaking Bad and chocolate right now.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like pure chocolate?
What 100%? I think the closest I've had is like 95%.
Mate, that hit me like cocaine.
It's unbelievable.
It
It's so
knocks
good.
your head off.
There we go. Is this it?
Hydrogenated and vegetables, basically just crap. Soy.
Yeah. But it does make
Horrible
the
stuff.
chocolate taste different. You can taste it. You can taste it. It's weirder. Yeah, it is weird, but our chocolate is still good. European chocolate.
Because I was on so much meth, I didn't really do much eating out there. I was just surviving on ADHD meds and like a Red Bull a day.
When you were in, oh my God! So where you were at the Expo in Melbourne, it's the most amazing Chinese food in the fucking world.
Oh, bro, yeah. Well, like, maybe not. I don't know. Probably not as good as China, but like.
The thing that blew my mind though was people queuing to get in restaurants. That annoys me so much. You go, what the? There's 1,000 places do the same fucking kind of dim sum around here. You're saying this is the one that's the best you've ever had. How can it be? You've not tried them all.
Yeah, maybe you have, to be fair. Like, if I lived it, like, I was in Melbourne for a month and I tried a lot
I
of
was
them.
there for
And
a
I had
while.
my
Yeah.
favourites, yeah.
And do you know what was bad for me as well was I was trying to eat healthier when I was over there, but right opposite was.
I think it is easier to eat
was
healthier
that-
over there. It's not
right
processed
opposite the
food.
Expo was that amazing cake shop, the Chinese cake shop.
Oh.
Fucking hell, man.
I was pretty broken too, because like it's the first time where like over a period of months, like usually I get like cash in hand at the gig, or like a week after I send my invoice in.
This is waiting.
And I'm waiting for like a month, so like towards the end of like I would get real
Yeah.
skimpy. I was just surviving on like 7-Eleven stuff. I don't think I'll do Melbourne this year. Adelaide and Perth I think are better.
I'm
money for me.
doing next year. I'm doing Adelaide and Melbourne.
Adelaide and Perth, I think, like, I'll be probably doing Adelaide and Perth, so seeing Adelaide. But I think, like, the fringes are easier to make money at.
Right. I'm just going over working for Dan Willis.
Oh, yeah. I did Dan Willis's in Melbourne
Yeah.
and stayed in the Expo. Man, that is a hub of crackheads if ever I've seen it. Like, it's the most, like, it's a hostel with, like, predominantly comedians and drug abusers staying in, and like 7 backpackers get like just some little corner, 1 dorm room
Over an amazing pub.
over an amazing pub open until 5 in the morning.
With an off license.
With an off license and that's also open till 5 in the morning. It is the most unhinged place I have ever. It's like living in an immersive Dali experience.
There were some days I was so rough from the night before. Well, I got into a habit when I was in Australia. When I was there, I did Adelaide and Melbourne last. But I got into a habit. I'd drink one day, wouldn't drink the next day. Drink the day after. So it was day on, day off. Day
Oh,
on,
that's
day
sensible.
off, day on.
By the time Melbourne came around, I drank every day, and that's kind of what contributed
I was
to
like
the
day on, day off. But there was sometimes I'd be that rough on the day because we were staying at the Exford, the gig's downstairs. I'd look at my watch. I know I'm closing like such a show.
Yeah, I'll wake up and be like,
And
oh
I'd
shit,
go,
I'm down.
Right, and I could hear it starting. Right, I put some trousers on. By the time I was ready ready for my slot. And then straight back up.
You just hear Willis on stage. I was exactly the same. It's just a crazy, crazy place. Like, and then Franklin's after party as well.
Yeah.
It's just nuts. Like,
Yeah, it is. But I loved it. I loved Adelaide. I loved Melbourne. It was fucking great.
I think I
kept
loved it the
myself
first year. I think I was going through so much
busy.
the
I
second
went-
year. It was hard to
Did
enjoy
you do
it.
any of the winery tours?
Yo, they're dangerous, bro. That's the most middle class cultured approach to alcoholism I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that's what I
you
loved.
get up at 8.
I loved it. I loved it. I'm not middle class, but I loved it. It was fucking. They were
Truthfully,
great.
I got a funny story about it actually because I went on one of my day off, but I was trying to do too much. I was trying to balance like doing these festivals in one part of the world, and I also had like my Newcastle United podcast in another part of the world. I don't think I've admitted this publicly till now, but I think kind of my co-hosts understood. So I went on this wine tour because it was my only day off, and it's a pretty intensive thing. And so I got up at 8 a.m. I drank till about like 5 p.m. I thought I'd have a nap in between, but then I'm drunk and I got called for like gigs, and I started going to gigs, and I was shit-faced, hammered. And then like I forgot, and I didn't realize I had to go my podcast. I went on my podcast at like 2 in the morning and had to interview Nikos Dabizas. Like, shit, if it's online. Like, it's just me absolutely hammered asking the Euro Cup winner Nikos Dabizas these questions and slurring my words being all over the shop. They're dangerous, those wine tours. They're dangerous.
Yeah, they are dangerous. Yeah, I think I only ever did one gig piss where I was over there. It was accidental. I've been on it all day with Mickey Bartlett. So we were, yeah. Yeah, I love Mickey, but dangerous to be spending time with.
Some people can drink, bro. Some people can drink. And I
Yeah.
got a small frame. I can't be drinking with people like you and Mickey.
Well, yeah, I know, but yeah, it is what it is. But I mean, I loved it. I tried to do something most days, even if it was just I'd set off in a direction, walk 45 minutes, find somewhere to have a coffee, then walk back. But that's what I started to do. I lasted an Edinburgh festival like 2015, and I was busy.
But you were just doing the shows, right? You weren't producing anything.
But no,
Because producing's a mind fuck, bro.
yeah.
I'd hate to do
It's
it.
producing hard, is it?
I just wouldn't, like, it's not what I want to do.
Is it not what you want to do? But that's where
Nah.
the money is.
Yeah, well, no, it's where the money is if you've been producing for a long time, like
Well,
Dan.
it's where,
For me, it's where the paranoia and anxiety is, and not much money.
so
let
you're,
me tell
you're
you.
producing the show, yeah, right? Okay.
I was producing a couple of shows, and they went all right. But like for the amount of work and like stress it wasn't worth. I think the money.
So what's the Newcastle podcast?
It's called Adopted Geordies.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like apart from me, everybody else is from outside the area.
Right.
But they're sort of people who've been accepted by the Northeast. Rob Lee's on there.
Right. So
Andy J
is it popular? Is it a big podcast?
It does decent enough. They get some real good guests on.
Right.
We've had Nikos Dabizas, Dan Byrne, Eddie Howe.
Wow.
Jason Tyndall, like so Nobby Solano. Nobby, you know what
Solano.
Nobby Solano's doing right now?
It was trumpet player, isn't he, Nobby?
Yeah, but no, right now what his job is? Like he still plays the trumpet always. Bro, I'm furious, man. This guy's the manager of Pakistan. I'm like, what, bro? You're managing my international Sunderland? How could you do this to me? What on earth? He came on in like his Pakistan uniform. I was like, what?
Well, I've been. Hey,
on here.
the World Cup is on at the minute as we're doing this.
Pakistan in the World Cup? I missed that.
We're not. Good pub quiz question. I've been setting our set pub quizzes. This is one I've used recently, a pub quiz. In 1950, India, the only World Cup they qualified for was 1950.
Oh, I think I know this story.
What is the reason they withdrew?
You don't think
What-
I know? And this isn't
do
a
you
pub
know-
quiz
do you know
question
this,
for me.
Ian?
This is like
Right,
my
okay.
granddad,
So
bro.
it's a-
Probably something to do with Pakistan, mate.
No.
No.
India withdrew from the World Cup in 1950 because FIFA wouldn't let them do what?
I heard two different stories, and I don't know which one's true.
Right. Well, the one.
So like I know like it's the same story, but there's two different reasons.
Right. Yeah.
FIFA would.
One is to do with religion, one is to do with capitalism.
Right.
But for the same reason. Does that make sense? I mean, the same story for either reason.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, I'm clueless.
So,
Shall I tell you the two versions I've heard?
go on then.
So, like, one version is that they couldn't afford boots. Another is that they chose not to wear boots because they were leather, and most of the players were Hindu, and it offended their
Right.
sacred. And I don't know which one is particularly.
FIFA
true.
wouldn't let them play barefooted.
I'd say that's pretty fair enough.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, bring some futsal vibes to the proceedings. Some beach football, FIFA Street, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, but you imagine that.
I mean, they
the
weren't-
Indian players,
yeah.
some of them have been quite naive, and they're up against already.
Somebody's
Virgin
proper Monday
bang,
ass.
fucking, yeah. Oh my God.
That would have been. Bro, I was playing at like 5-a-side the other day in like trainers, and somebody was in like heavy boots, and it was horrid.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I got stamped so many times. I was getting fucking furious about it. Where like I'm literally just going in a couple of Monday hours next time just to get some revenge. Like
Wow.
it was that kid with learning difficult. No, he hates me, man.
Right. Okay. Let's wrap this palaver up. Edinburgh show. You play. What's it called?
Buddha versus Jesus.
Buddha versus Jesus.
1:20 p.m. every single day at West Nick Square.
West Nick Square. Right. Cool. I might be going up for a couple of days, so I might pop in. And,
Pop it. I'm not gonna be able to watch it. I'm
I
seeing
can't.
another show.
I need to see Buddha with a gay South African accent. It's going to be incredible. Thank you very much. Thanks for being on.
Thanks for having me.
Enjoy yourself. It's later than